The PRISMAprepare Go print shop interface is where this solution gets interesting for me. Given that there is only free text ticketing information, these jobs can't be automatically brought into a production workflow. However, you are a lot further along than you are with just an email. Think of some of the problems you face with email or file transfer job submissions. Job submission emails can be sent to the wrong address, bounce, land in a spam folder, or just get lost among others. And you need to download and store the file attachments and link them to the job information. PRISMAprepare Go eliminates those issues with 10 gigabytes of cloud storage residing in Prisma Home for PRISMAprepare Go. You can, of course, buy additional storage if needed. Now, let's look at the workflow. First, every new job appears in the Job Intake tab, which is better than being lost in some email inbox. Let's take a moment to look at those tabs across the top. The print shop staff with approved access see the job intake and job processing links. The print shop administrators are the only ones who'll see the customer management, configuration, and shop design tabs. So, looking at the job intake tab, we notice that a new job has arrived, and we can already see how much better this is than email or file transfer. I can see the job name, a thumbnail, the first PDF file, the customer name, the creation date, and the job status, which is new because no one's even looked at it yet. Oh, and I can even see the job's pre-flight status. That's right, even though no one has looked at this job yet, PRISMAprepare Go has automatically run a basic pre-flight check on it. In this case, the little pre-flight icon is orange, which means that it found some issues. Clicking on the job shows the job information and associated files, including the customer information and job note. I should point out that there is a place for the operator or CSR to add their free text message and that they can add additional support or print files, download the files, preview them, or even replace them. But let's look at why we're getting a pre-flight issue. I can see that the icon next to booklet.pdf is green, and when I hover over it, I see a message confirming that no problems were detected during pre-flight. However, the business card pre-flight icon is orange, and when I click on it, I see that there is a problem with the page size. Now, we're dealing with a business card, so that isn't too surprising. Now, if I'm ready to work on the job, I can select it and click Accept Job. The job will disappear from the intake queue, move to the job processing queue, and change the status from incoming to accepted. This is an essential step for a couple of reasons. First, it indicates that someone has looked at and touched the job. Second, many shops have both CSRs and operators, and moving jobs from the intake to the processing queue is a terrific way to hand off work from one area to the other. The job processing queue is where your pre-press operators will work. They click on a job to see the job details and notes just like before, but in this queue, they can also click on the pencil-shaped button on a file to edit its job ticket, which brings up a WYSIWYG job editor screen. Now, I should also point out that it creates a job editor tab along the top. This is important because operators might want to work on multiple documents at a time. This screen should look familiar to anyone who uses Prisma solutions. It has a preview pane and various job editing controls such as copy count, application type, plexing, size, destination printer, print media, and so forth. I'm not going to go through all these, but I will touch on a few. First, there are two preview methods. This is the application view, which represents how the final product will appear. The other is the production view, which depicts how it will appear on the print media. As you can see, this letter size job is currently set up to print on letter size paper. Now, clicking on the operator note, I see that this should be a saddle stitch book, so I changed the application to booklet and the delivery to face up. Of course, I can zoom in and resize these panes however I prefer. I can also see that the production media box is bright orange. That can't be good. So when I click on it, I see the media catalog of the selected printer. Let's say I want to include printer marks, so I'll choose a 12 by 18 media. The annoying orange goes away and my preview scales to match the selected media and displays the trim marks when I turn them on. I won't go into the remaining options, which are dependent upon the capabilities of your press, but you get the idea. It's easy for a pre-press or press operator to program the job quickly. PRISMAprepare Go can send jobs to any printer, virtual printer, or print queue, including those with inline finishing. All you have to do is click Print. Afterward, PRISMAprepare Go closes the tab and returns to the job processing queue. We can see that the job is being sent to the printer, and after it's complete, a printed icon appears next to the file. Hovering over the printed icon indicates where the file was sent. I like this and think it works well for getting most print jobs to the printer. Certainly works a lot better than email or file transfers. I can, however, imagine a few improvements. The column that showed the jobs sent to the printer is nice, but doesn't seem too helpful. I'd like it to be blank when none of the print files have been sent to the printer. An icon like a half circle when some of the files have been printed, and a solid circle when all the files have been printed. I'd like a pop-up asking whether to automatically change the status to production once the last file is printed. You can sort on any of these columns, which is great. However, it's all alphabetical. I want the status column sorted based upon the workflow order, such as new, accepted, pre-press, production, post-press, all the way to complete. And I'd like to be able to move completed jobs to a completed queue. They're done. Why clutter up the processing queue with them? Next, let's take a look at impositioning. Basic impositioning, such as basic booklet and cut and stack or same up on a fixed layout, is available for free. More advanced impositioning settings can be added with the optional Advanced Impositioning subscription license, which makes sense to me. It will be an essential feature for some implants and PSPs and redundant for others. I'll show some of the advanced impositioning features by selecting the business card job and clicking on Imposition. I'll choose Same Up, Max Sheet Fill, and Auto Gutters. Now, you can see that you can select all sorts of manual impositioning controls, but I'm not going there in this video. When I change my sheet size, the preview shows how the cards will print. And that's it for impositioning. Easy, right? Let me close this video by taking a few seconds to show the administrative features of PRISMAprepare Go. Customizing the shop design is nothing like setting up an e-commerce site. All you need to do is select your font and font size, select a background picture and logo if you want, and enter your shop's contact information. That's it. Done. How long will that take? 2 minutes? Adding customers is similarly straightforward. Just click on Add Contact, enter their name, company, and email address, and PRISMAprepare Go sends them an activation email. Their microportal becomes active as soon as they click the Activate button, and they can save the link as a favorite in their browser. Again, there isn't much to add, so it won't take long. And finally, there are a few configuration settings your administrator can set. PRISMAprepare Go is sold based upon the number of internal users. Each user account has a name and an email address and can be figured to receive email notifications when new job submissions arrive, when jobs are updated, or when they're deleted. You can also define minimum and maximum image file resolutions for pre-flighting and a few other features. And that's it. I like the ease and simplicity of the interface. I like how files are linked to jobs, and honestly, I like how the person programming the ticket is a knowledgeable pre-press operator instead of an untrained customer. It isn't as automated as we might like, but it makes sense. I do wish there was a way to bulk add customers with a CSV file, and I also wish that the system would notify people when jobs are accepted. CSRs might want to know about new submissions, while pre-press operators might only want to know when new jobs are added to the processing queue. The next video will cover Prisma Home, where PRISMAprepare Go, Prismalytics Accounting, and other future Prisma tools and applications are managed in the cloud.